Hey! I'm really surprised to be out here because the list is in a different order. So I was on Facebook and I liked the thing. That's not my opener. How you guys doing? Yeah, welcome to the Dirty Show. I'm gonna be dirty, which is weird because I look like a dirty guy. But like I was raised Catholic, and like I'm uncomfortable talking about sex, but I'll do it because it's the Dirty Show. Some of y'all are looking at me right now and you're like, I don't want that guy to talk about sex. Because you're just like imagining me having sex. And I'm a big fucker. And I do big fucking. I'm a big fucker that does big fucking. I was backstage, I was like, I'm nervous because I don't like to be dirty. Like, it's weird, I used to smoke meth out of light bulbs. And like, I'm totally comfortable telling you about that. But what me and my wife do in the bedroom is private. But we do fuck. We fuck each other in the bedroom. Only the bedroom. Because like we got kids. We don't want them to catch us fucking. Because that wouldn't be good at all. Because they might think we're wrestling. And then they'll like jump on top of us or something. That's like a worry that I have. Is that I'm gonna be having sex and my kid's gonna jump on my back and be like, I win! It's weird. Yeah. So yeah, I used to smoke meth out of light bulbs. People ask me, they're like, Sam, what was that like? And I just show them this tattoo. That tattoo says, let's dance. If you want to know if you have a problem with methamphetamines, look at your belly. What does your tattoo say? Because my tattoo says, let's dance. It's really wild. Especially considering that I've never partaken in nor enjoyed any dancing. Problematic. I should have gotten a tattoo that's like, hey Scott, you think it's too late to call that guy about that crystal? I didn't have that kind of money though. Only got enough for 9 letters. Yeah. I'm sober now. I got sober June 10th, 2008. I take recovery. Is anybody in here in recovery, man? Yeah, quiet. How many of y'all are drinking and you're thinking, man, maybe I got a problem? That's a downer at the comedy club. Woo. But yeah. God, I used to smoke a lot of meth. It's really the only way to do it. I tried doing like a little bit, but it's so good. I wasn't having it. I only smoked meth like twice a week. There were 3 days each time. Sometimes 4. We got different weeks in Olympia. I'm from Olympia. It's different than Portland. You guys harder to park here. That's it. But yeah, all right, dirty stuff. Yeah. So me and my wife were big people. I'm a big fat guy. And my wife's fat too, which is what I'm into. So it works out great. Like I'm only into 2 things physically in women. What I find attractive in women. I like big women, and I like women with tattoos. Which makes sense if you think about it, because big women got more room for tattoos. Right? Like, fuck a postcard, I want like a mural. You know? I think you like that joke more than everybody else. That's weird. Where are my big people at, man? Where are my big people at in here? Yeah, that's what I like to hear, man. Let's talk about big people sex. Which is the only sex I have the right to talk about. The only sex that I have. How many skinny people in here like fucking big people? Y'all ain't into that shit, huh? It's like fucking keep away. It's fucked up, man. Should fuck fat people, it's exciting. Because fat people sex is exciting. Because fat people sex, you gotta like think about shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just fuck on anything. You gotta be like, is this oak? Can I fuck on this? Was that a triangle? Triangle's the strongest shape. Y'all thought I was some stupid tweaker motherfucker. You're like, I don't know. Yeah, triangles is the strongest shape. Yeah. Because I can't fuck on like cheap furniture and shit, right? I can't be getting down on none of that Target particle board shit. If I fuck on particle board, I'm gonna turn it back into particles. It's gonna be going to town on like a pile of sawdust, just like, it's crazy, man. Love that shit, man. Me and my wife, we like to role play in the bedroom. Yeah, you guys like to role play? Yeah. Me and my wife, we like to pretend we're monster trucks. You ever fuck like that? I'm gonna pop a wheelie in that pussy. Sunday, in the bedroom. Sam, Brittany, we'll give you the whole bed, you only need the edge. Yeah. Fuck her in the Tacoma Dome. Oh yeah. I'm gonna pop a wheelie. Then I'm gonna do some donuts. Yeah, that's what I lick her asshole. Whoa. Some of y'all kind of shut down on that a little bit. Y'all cool with me smoking meth and shit? I start talking about love. You're like, I don't know. Doing donuts! God, my wife hated that joke when I first wrote it. She's still not a big fan. I'm a big fan. Some crazy shit, man. I'm a lucky dude. I actually met my wife. I met my wife when I was homeless. My first year sober was harder than my last year drinking and drugging was. I was just one of them cats. I was homeless. I met this woman. She comes into the bar. And I'm like, this is it. Because she played roller derby and she was big and she had tattoos. And I'm like, I'm bummed. You know? But it was like a bummer because I was homeless, right? And that's usually a fucking deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? You can be one charming motherfucker. Then they find out you ain't got like no place to live. They're like, raise red flags. Yeah. But anyway, I'm bouncing at this bar. We're hitting it off. She's talking to me. I'm talking to her. And then I'm like, man, this is it. Like I did drugs for so long, I kind of forgot what love was. But I'm like, I think this is it, you know. And I still had to learn how to write checks, but I'm pretty sure I figured out love. And she's talking about roller derby, and I'm talking about basketball, and we're like really into it. And all of a sudden she goes, hey Sam, why don't we go back to your place? Yeah, my fucking heart sunk because I didn't have a place. So I was like, shit. Like, what's something somebody with a place would say? I was like, me and my roommates, we're not getting along right now. Boom, we've been married 8 years. 8 years, one lie. One lie. Yeah. Oh yeah. And it turned out all right. I was like an investment. Like Bitcoin or something. I don't know what Bitcoin is. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, me and my roommates, we're not getting along right now. And I wasn't even all the way lying, man. Because me and my roommates weren't getting along. So my fucking roommates were seagulls. I I was not getting along with those motherfuckers. Y'all familiar with seagulls? Those fucking seagulls hated my ass. Because I was like homeless in downtown Olympia and I was doing all this meth and like creeping around and shit. And the cops would walk by and I'd try to straighten it out a little bit, you know? I'm gonna do the opposite. Now nobody knows I'm high, you know? Crazy. I used to get kicked out of bars and restaurants and shit because I didn't have any money and I was stealing shit or whatever. So, we could sit in your tower, right? You know? I'd get kicked out, but what I'd do is I'd go back and I'd find like a dumpster and like an AC unit and I'd climb up on the roof. Because then it was like, I win, motherfuckers, you know? Like checkers, you know? Like king me, you know? I feel like I'm looking at you guys a lot. It's making you uncomfortable. You should finish them chicken strips, man. They look good. Yeah, you got no ketchup. Oh, you got ketchup? No, that'd be weird. I'm doing comedy right now. I do a comedy, you're doing chicken strips. Maybe someday we'll switch. And then you can talk about this. It's kind of wild, huh? I used to eat a lot of acid. I'm still high. Yeah, I used to go up there, man. I used to go up on the roofs. And the seagulls, they fucking hated me. The seagulls, they always hated me on the roofs. And like, the seagulls didn't like me because they thought I was trying to get their eggs, you know? Because I was creeping around on the roofs. But I never ate seagull eggs. That's a rumor. It's a fucking really hurtful rumor. How would you feel about yourself if people in your hometown that you love thought you were eating seagull eggs? And even right now in this room, I can see you guys. And you're whispering to each other. You're going, did that motherfucker eat seagull eggs? But I didn't. It's a rumor. Shit's crazy. Yeah, I've been sober a long time. I'm a happy dude. Me and my wonderful wife and my mom. You got a seagull fan. She's been here the whole show. She's like, when's somebody gonna talk about seagulls? Not you. Not you. Yeah, me, my wife, and my mom, we just bought a house in Tumwater, Washington. I'm a fucking homeowner. Yeah. 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 Them seagulls don't even know where I live. Yeah. I moved away from the water a little bit. They don't come out there unless you got French fries. Yeah, it's crazy. My mom lives downstairs. Me and my wife live upstairs with the kids. I don't know why I feel like I need to specify that. It'd be weird if I lived upstairs with my mom, like my wife and kids live downstairs. That'd be weird, but I don't know why. I'm always like, oh yeah, I gotta explain that shit. It's crazy. Yeah, we're homeowners. We're doing real well. It's crazy because I used to watch it. I'll be honest with you. So me and Brittany, we were together for 2 years, and I fucking love her so much, and she's this amazing woman, and like, and then she got pregnant. I don't know why. It was like I was there. It was there. We were fucking. God, it's still so hard to say. We were fucking, and she got pregnant. And I got 2 kids. And one of them's on purpose. So none of y'all thought I had an on purpose kid. But yeah, accident kid, fucking Nouvering. You ever hear the Nouvering? Yeah, fuck that shit, man. Nouvering fucking did not work. Nouvering, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, you know? Like I'm Olympia, I'm pretty smart though. But like a ring for birth control? Like rings are mostly whole. Right? Doesn't that seem like the worst birth control ever? Like rings can't even stop fingers. You know? Like, and sperm are way fucking smaller than fingers. Sperm are so small you can't even see them. I fucking checked. My wife's like, what are you doing? I was like, science. How's the ring gonna stop a sperm? They're tiny. Yeah, you know, they're way smaller than fingers. And fucking thank God. Right? Because that changed sex altogether. You were just coming a pollywog. That's like the dirtiest joke I got. You guys didn't even laugh at it that hard. You're like, talk about how you're a miracle, Sam. I don't want to hear about you coming pollywogs. I actually had a thought, like, I was going to say coming tadpoles, but I think pollywog is a funnier word than tadpole. I thought about that shit for 40 minutes. Then somebody called me, and I talked to him. Then I hung up and I started thinking about it again. It's crazy. But yeah, so I didn't want to be a dad, but I fucking love this woman so much, and like she wanted to do it, and like she asked, and I was like, I'm down if you want to do it, like I'm down, I'm with you. Like I don't want to be a dad, but if I'm gonna be a dad, I'm gonna be like the best dad I can be, right? And like it was really hard, you know, because she kept getting bigger and bigger. And like, I'm like, I couldn't stop the baby. It was coming, you know? And I was so scared because my dad was such a shit. And I was like, I want to be a good dad. My dad died when I was 12. All right, I know that's kind of a downer and I wasn't going to talk about it. It seems weird to talk about that with a shirt this bright. I know, it's weird. I think about that shit. I didn't want to be a dad, right? And then we go to the hospital. And they're like, pack a snack because labor can take a long time. They're like, so bring a snack. And I was like, I need a snack that lasts a long time. So I got a big bag of Jolly Ranchers. So labor does take a long time. It took 12 hours. And so I was like real sick and my teeth hurt bad. Because I had eaten a whole bag of Jolly Ranchers. And I was like, not feeling 100%. And it was like this emotional moment. And so like, I see, so we're at the hospital and the baby's coming. And I'm watching, and I seen some crazy shit, man. I used to go to jail a lot, it's nuts. I was in jail with a guy who had a 4-foot-long rat tail. That shit was crazy. But childbirth is wild too. I used to want to cut that rat tail off. Like, I didn't want a rat tail, but I just thought it'd be like a cool trophy or whatever. Like Indiana Jones or whatever, but like jail shit. So she's on the birthing table. I don't know what it's called. And I'm watching it happen. And like, I didn't want to be a dad, but the minute I saw his fucking head, I loved him. It was crazy. It was a crazy shit. I saw something that I love come out of a thing that I love. It was amazing. It was like a Big Mac pooped a McChicken. What? Yeah. Is there holes in that joke? Listen, there's a lot of things in the world to figure out, and I wouldn't spend a lot of time on that fucking joke. That's crazy. But yeah, being a dad's hard, man. My kids are 8 and 5. They're great kids. They got fucking giant heads, though. Kids got giant heads. They look like fucking Lego people. I know my kid's got a fat head because he tries to run around corners and he tips over. You ever see that? It's like, easy! Learn from my mistakes. Big heads, man. Now, okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I've been sober all this time. I used to get locked up. I went to rehab a bunch and shit like that. The hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life is be a good dad. Like, by far, the hardest thing. Like, I went to Yakima jail when I was 19 years old, and they didn't teach me shit about being like a good dad and a good husband. You know what I mean? Yeah, they might have did that like the day before I got there. Or something, you know? They didn't teach me shit about that, you know? Like, not once has my wife walked up to me with a toothbrush and been like, can you make a knife out of this? And it fucking bums me out because I can. I can make awesome fucking toothbrush knives. But it doesn't matter because every metal knife is better. However, compared to other toothbrush knives, mine is superior. But yeah, it's fucking hard being a dad. And the hardest thing about being a dad is when your kids are sick. About 3 years ago, my kid got sick. He was at daycare. He threw up, and they called me, and I had to I was driving a 2003 Kia Spectra at the time, so that's kind of how I was doing. 2003 Kia Spectra. And I got mad one day, and I ripped off the door handle, so I had to roll down the window to get out, which isn't a good look. So anyway, we're in a drive-through ATM because I got to pay rent, and my kid's in the back. I know. You're like, man, this guy. Drive-through ATM, I got a car in front of me and a car behind me, and I'm stuck in the ATM, and my kid's sick in the back, right? And he does that cough. I know not a lot of you are parents because it's Portland and you're all, I don't know, doing computers or something, I don't know. He does that cough that kids do before they throw up. You know what I'm talking about? He goes, and I'm like, shit, he's gonna puke. I'm like, fuck, he's already a Kia, I don't want puke in it. And he's an accident kid or whatever. I'm not gonna say nothing, but fucking Hoover ring back here. He's about to throw up in my goddamn Kia. So I'm like, shit. I'm scrambling because I can't get out of the fucking car. And I look beside me in the passenger seat, and there's a Tupperware container full of my mom's sausage cornbread stuffing. It's the best thing she makes, but it's the only container I have in the car, right? And I'm like, shit. What's worse, stuffing in the front seat or vomit in the back seat? I was like, easy. So I ripped off the top and I dumped that stuffing out. I pulled that handle, I popped my arm back, and I caught every drip of vomit that came out of that kid's mouth. Yeah. And he's crying and shit. He's like, Dad, I love you. How kids try to talk after when they're crying and you can't understand them. It's really pathetic. He's like, I love you, Dad. And I'm like, I love you too, kid. This is all right, Here we are, He's like, you got on my pukey. And I'm like, you're welcome. I go to pull my arm back and I bump my elbow on the headrest and I dumped it in his lap. Yeah. But he still fucking loves me. Yeah. And I fucking love you guys. My name's Sam Miller. You guys are great.